Why, hello, comrades. It appears that our gay storm has struck again, this time in California. What? What? We didn't win. Prop 8 was upheld by the Supreme Court? Fuck! Today, the California Supreme Court ruled against love, against tolerance, and against equality before the law. Instead, they upheld the ideals of a mob rule by which a slim majority can take away the rights of a minority upon their own whims. They ruled that government is to be a tool for the masses' own prejudices and bigotries, rather than for the protection of each individual. They showed us that the state is no more than a collection of individuals with their own corruptions and their own inanities, and that each government, even with a judicial system meant to uphold its constitution, is only as good as the people over which it presides. And apparently, the Californian government is willing to take the position of the worst of its population, of the most narrow-minded, hateful, and thoughtless, of those who think that love is not worthy of recognition simply because of the gender of those who participate, simply because of the sexuality involved, rather than the emotions or the real worth. It's absurd. To express just how poignant this is, I think I'll quote from a blog post today by Monday of Left of Awesome. The California Supreme Court has just informed me that I am a second-class citizen. I've just been informed that myself and many of my friends are not worthy of 1,043 rights. I've just found out that I cannot marry whomever I choose, that I have to comply with a binary system of sexuality, because that's what Prop 8 is really saying. Proposition 8 is saying that because a person loves someone of the same gender, they're not allowed to get married. They don't deserve the same rights as the other citizens of the United States. If you want to get married, if you want one of those 1,043 rights, you have to be a heterosexual. You must comply with the traditional views on what is acceptable, what is moral. When I saw those three words on my computer screen, Prop 8 upheld, my heart slammed into the ground. Everything but my complete anger and desolation was gone. I couldn't believe that the California Supreme Court had ruled that this proposition was not unconstitutional. I couldn't believe that in my own state, which is supposedly so liberal, had rules that a small majority could pass an unjust moral judgment on an estimated million people. 1 million people deprived of 1,043 rights apiece. That's 1,043,000,000 rights. To claim that an amendment to the state constitution, which wasn't even added in the appropriate manner, and revokes 1,043,000,000 rights from a group of people, all because of who they love, isn't unconstitutional is the biggest lie I've ever heard. It just shows me the sad, biased, bigoted heights the government has flown to. But we won't stop fighting. We'll never stop fighting until we win. We will persevere. It doesn't mean that this loss doesn't hurt. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't be angry. It means we should take every ounce of the sadness, every ounce of that anger, and we should make them repeal Prop 8. And not just Prop 8, any law banning gay marriage anywhere we can. Because we are equal. We aren't second-class citizens, and this isn't right. I have a link to the sidebar to this blog. But I think even if the law had been passed not as a slim majority ballot initiative, but as a going through the proper constitutional process for an amendment to override equal protection before the law, it's clear, I think this post makes it clear, why this would be completely illegitimate. It doesn't matter what constitution you have, or whose values you're upholding, or which government you're under. This is wrong. No state, none at all, regardless of laws, regardless of governments, has the right to legislate against love, to impose this savage inequity because of their own narrow-mindedness and prejudice. This is simply standing on the wrong side of what Keith Olbermann so aptly termed, after Proposition 8 passed, a question of love. This is the government going beyond its reasonable purview This is a majority taking its mob rule to the masses and simply being absurd and bigoted. We will not stand for this. We would not stand for this in any country, regardless of their constitution. We would not stand for this whether we're anarchists or liberals or leftists or socialists or conservatives. This is a simple question. The question is this: do you believe that gender is the key defining point for love, and that the government should base its entire system upon this dogma and deny equality before the law on this basis? Or do you believe in something more? Do you believe that each person on their own, as an individual, is to decide what their love is worth and how they wish to pursue it, so long as they do not harm others? Do you believe that equality before the law is a value that is above the petty religious dogmas of Stone Age moralists? California, you made the wrong choice today, and we will fight you on it. Whether through the ACLU, or through the Human Rights Campaign, or any one of our other fronts. As I put it in another video, you are on the wrong side of history. The gay storm is coming. Take care, comrades.
We can love who we love till death do us part. 'Cause no state can legislate the human heart. Fear and prejudice are gone forever, or till 2009, whichever comes first. It's the summer of loving thee, Virginia. And people like people, it ain't what's outside that matters, it's what's in ya.